Career mode is being overhauled in EA 25 for, let's be honest, what feels like the first time in a long time, with some major new features finally being added. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm a huge career mode fan. On paper, it's one of the best game modes available, but it's got boring recently, and that's due to a lack of changes made year on year on year by EA Sports. But this is all set to change in EA 25 with a host of new features being added. Here are 33 new features and changes being made to career mode in FC 25. A new feature called Live Star Points is being added where you can jump into career mode based on real life results. So, for example, say Manchester United sack Erik ten Hag after 10 games, well, you can take over the vacant role at United with all the results up to date and try and lead them to glory. Women's leagues and clubs are now available in manager career mode. This now means that women players are available in player career mode as well. Women career modes will offer different financial tasks than the men's version, with shorter contracts, smaller transfer fees, and much smaller player pools when scouting. For the first time ever, you can play as icons in player career mode. From launch, the icons you can use are Ruud van Nistelrooy, Thierry Henry, Andrea Pirlo, and Kelly Smith. If you pre-order EA FC 25 Ultimate Edition, you can use Zinedine Zidane, David Beckham, and Ronaldo in player career mode. You can now choose an origin story in player career mode to help shape the personality of your pro. So, have you played street football all your life to work your way to the top? Or are you the child of an ex-footballer with all the pressure on your shoulders? 90 new countries have been added to the scouting network, which means there's up to 160 countries you can send scouts to in career mode. You can select up to 4 positions and 3 focus roles to look for when sending a scout away. You can now play with your youth development squad for the first time ever. Using the brand new Rush game mode, you can do 5v5 tournaments every 2 months using your youth squad to help develop them. When playing with your youth players, you can choose to use them at their current rating or their potential rating. This means if they have a potential rating of 90 overall, you can play with them at that rating to get a feel of what their potential really is. Youth players, well, now look like youth players. There's no more big beards at 15 years old. They'll start their career looking that age and slowly get older as the game progresses. Match intros are back. Before each game you'll get loads of cinematic shots, the players walking onto the pitch, and starting 11 graphics popping up on the screen. Tactics are being completely overhauled thanks to FC IQ. A new feature called player roles are being added, which decides how your players perform off the ball and out of possession. Compared to FC 24, coaches are going to be way more valuable, and that's thanks to player roles. Each player is familiar with one player role in particular, but if that doesn't suit your team's tactics, you can hire a coach to train them and get them familiar with what you want. Because of player roles, there's no more player instructions. There's no more ultra-attacking, balanced defensive or ultra-defensive tactics in FC 25 career mode. It's just one team tactics page, which is new to the game. Some managers come with preset tactics as well, so say you start a career with Pep Guardiola, you will start with his preset tiki-taka tactics. There will be enhanced customization options when you first start the game, which means you have way more control over your career. You can change the AI behavior, which means you can decide how the opposing CPU performs on a moment-to-moment basis. The addition of AI behavior means the way teams play against you will change. For example, say you play Real Madrid 4 times in one season, well, they'll learn from the last game they played against you and set up differently to try and combat your tactics. There are new weather effects in the game, so high speed winds will affect how much the ball swerves in a pass, and rainy conditions can see your players slip. The morale system has changed, so now high morale isn't always good. If a player has high morale, they can start acting complacent, so you gotta try and find that sweet spot. A new tactical vision press conference is introduced in FC25 career mode, where you'll be asked way more tactical questions about your team and even the opponents. A new menu UI will make the menus much cleaner and cut out any menu surfing that you might have experienced in FC24. It also puts all your managerial tasks in one place so you don't fall behind. Transfer embargoes, scouting and training plans can all be enabled or disabled before you start your career. And if you live in fear of being sacked, you can also disable board expectations, which means you can't be sacked. EA Cranium is another new feature in the whole game, but this makes player customization in career mode more detailed than ever before. The subs bench will now feature 9 players instead of 7, so well done to EA for keeping up with the times. A new social media bar will be added to FC25 career mode, almost in an Instagram style layout. And lastly, transfer guru Fabrizio Romano will also appear in the social bar on FC25, so he'll be breaking transfer news to you with his trademark "Here we go." And these are all the new changes. For the first time in a long time, I'm really looking forward to career mode. But how do you feel about all these changes? Is there anything you would have added or done differently? Let us know in the comments below.